I'm Laine Wheatley. My writer's name is MaryElaines De Good-Wheatley, and I have been writing children's books since 2010. It took me 4 years to do my first book, which is in the Mount Baker Faerie Forest. I didn't know I could draw, and this wand was the beginning of understanding new things. As a girlfriend of mine and I were working at a flower shop, and we said every woman needs a real wand that actually works, that's infused with happy powers that come true. Within a few days of us discussing that, in the middle of the night, I was awakened with this light inside of me and this idea of fairies of Mount Baker, because after all, Mount Baker is a slumbering volcano and the fairies are in secret in the forest surrounding that slumbering volcano. Over time, it just evolved, and one idea led to another, and it was like every fairy personality that came up they were like talking in the back of me, it's my turn, it's my turn. And I'd say, no, you have to wait, I have to finish this one. And I would spend nights up all night drawing and working on these fairies. So going from working on a computer with a hand mouse led me to discovering how I could find a computer that had a stylus and I could actually do my art in a really rudimentary program, which is called Print Shop, and I can do everything on Print Shop. Then from that, I thought, what can I do with my illustrations? I really want children to have a happy heart. And I think words are really important for children, and how we see them and what we can say to suggest to them how to think about themselves. So my work is positively based, and I thought, I want my illustrations to be out in a different way, and waiting for a publisher isn't always the wisest way to go. So I discovered Spoonflower, which I can take my artwork, have it printed on fabric, and then I can make my own books. The style of the book that I'm doing and I'm going to focus on is everything made of organic cotton knit. I like the way the texture is. I want things that are healthy as possible for children when they're touching things. This book actually was a poem I was inspired with when my kids were very, very little. It's a friendship poem. And it's a poem about seeing things that look different, but you can still be friends with those things that are different. I'm also going to be making toys, which are my characters, dolls, and games. So I'm taking all of the ideas that I've had over the years and separating them out and making them available independently. Tips for the people, for anybody who would want to explore this, would be to make the decision and follow through. And no matter what your little ideas are, play on them, because you don't know what it will lead you to. It might work, it might not work, but give it a try and just be consistent in following through with your work, and be determined, and don't be deterred in anything else that comes up in your life to do that. I'm on Etsy. My website is MaryElainesHeart.com, and my Etsy shop is Laine's Playful Heart.